Hi, it's Megan. I have the first product for the Essential Beauty website that we're making ourselves, and I'm doing it under my name, MeganLisa, because why not? And I'm going to explain why this product, why I like it, why I did it, what I think about it, in hopefully under like 50,000 minutes. And this is actually a dummy one that I'm showing, this, which if you see, like, I can't basically sell something that I'm like carting around and everything, so you can start seeing that the label's peeling out off of that. But it's the Antoinette face oil, and it is basically something that I started experimenting with and using on myself. I never thought of my skin as sensitive, but there are certain like chemicals I can't put on it, or I just can't use very often. I can't do AHAs. Retinol's okay, but not very often. But I still wanted to fight aging. And then, as some people know, I went to Korea, met with a whole bunch of skincare brands, and really started learning increasingly more and more about more natural ingredients. And the thing about it, a lot of the Korean brands is they mix kind of the best of natural ingredients and traditional remedies with super advanced science. So they're really amazing products, but a lot of the stories resonated with me when I was talking to the brands about how they wanted to find ways to heal skin that wasn't too harsh and wasn't damaging. And I'd already been playing around with essential oils, and as I was getting older, living in a dry climate, my skin was parched, but I was also getting discoloration. I've had this kind of broken capillary, which I've been trying to heal. And the thing about my skin, when you see it, I'm actually always trying new products and playing around with things and new oils and this and that. So my skin condition kind of depends on what the product of the day is. And so it does vary. But one of the things that I had done is started mixing essential oils, just because they were a less harsh way of healing my skin and also fighting some of the aging and the discoloration and all that. And essential oils, in case people don't know, actually are really good for oily skin as well, because a lot of the essential oils will fight the mismatch, the misbalance of the oils in your skin. And my daughter has super sensitive skin, so part of my kind of quest for more natural, less harsh, both, they're separate, right? They're not the same. Skincare comes from trying to help heal her skin. She had bad eczema when she was a baby, and so I've had to kind of learn, you know, what works on her. And so my skin is somewhat tough and can try a whole bunch of things, but one time I accidentally gave her something with AHA and she had just blotches of red all over her face. So in her case, it's a lot more extreme. So what essential oils are, basically, they're plant-derived, lightweight, and easily absorbed. There are different varieties that basically are used to heal different things. And they're not just used for skincare, they're used traditionally also as, you know, healants for the body. And so some will balance oil, some will help with discoloration or scarring, some will support natural circulation, and then others, basically like lavender, for example, have other rosemary is invigorating, lavender is relaxing, chamomile is relaxing. So they also have an impact on your mood, which I kind of like. Some people don't respond well to certain essential oils, and so that's always something you have to be sensitive to. And so with the face oil, I wanted the first face oil, because I've got two more that I've already formulated that I'm putting together in the next couple weeks. I wanted the first oil to kind of be a be-all. But I did have a problem with a couple ingredients that were just too harsh in how they smelled. So carrot oil, for example, is great for discoloration around the eyes. That's going to be in the next oil that comes out. And parsley oil I'm still playing around with, so I might reformulate at this point, this one right here, and add some parsley oil, but that was supposed to help with bloating. So the way that playing around with these oils really works is that you find a carrier oil, which isn't quite as intense, and then you start mixing these essential oils into that carrier oil. And the carrier oils themselves also have great skin healing properties, but some are better for oily skin and some are better for dry skin. So the Antoinette oil is basically to fight everything. This is the end-all be-all for most people, although one or two ingredients may occasionally irritate some. So this will help with oily skin, sensitive skin, damaged skin, dry skin, aging skin. And the way that you use an oil depending on how dry your skin is, you know, once, twice times a week. You can use it. I can use it every day because my skin's pretty dry. But you kind of work with the balance and see where you feel comfortable. But the best way, in my opinion, is to do it at the end of the day. You always use an oil on cleansed skin, which means you can cleanse your skin, you do your basic face care regimen, and then you either put the oil after the moisturizer, which is what I do, to lock in the moisture, and that's kind of the Korean concept, to lock in all the moisture and all the nutrients that you put on your skin. Or some people prefer to do it before the moisturizer. They think that it absorbs better. I also oftentimes will just use it in the morning instead of a face cream, and I'll give it about 20 minutes to absorb into the skin. And I'm going to go through the oils individually that are in this face oil, but certain oils are heavier and they're just not going to absorb into your skin that quickly, and then other oils are exactly the opposite. You put them on and like 2 minutes later they're absorbed. So first of all, there's almond oil in this. So almond oil is one of the best carrier oils. It's softening, nourishing. It works for dry, sensitive, and irritated skin. It's a very lightweight oil, so there's almost no smell. It's super quick absorbing. It's just one of those kind of wonder oils that works with just about everyone. I did boab, and this is basically cold pressed from the seeds of a boab fruit tree growing in Africa. And a lot of these trees live for like 500 years, and some can live 5,000 years, and they basically are called the tree of life in Africa. And so the bark, the leaves, and the fruit pulp, not the tree itself, are used to create the oil. It's got vitamin A, E, and F, and sterols, can't talk. It absorbs very quickly, and it also really helps dry skin, or that parched look. That's the one thing that oils have really done for me, is gotten rid of that kind of parched look that we get as we age. It's also, in my opinion, added a lot more radiance to my skin. Then blood orange. So the oranges in general are all basically similar with different kind of scents. I liked the smell of the blood orange, and they basically heal acne and dull complexions, along with scars, stretch marks, visible veins, and wrinkles. Chamomile. This is what makes the oil smell a little bit not so pleasant. So if you're super sensitive to smells, it's the chamomile that's doing it. But chamomile is just such a wonderful healant for skin. It helps with inflammation, it helps with sensitive skin, it's anti-aging, it's anti-acne, and it's just one of those that has a super potent effect on your skin, so I thought it was worth adding. Geranium is basically considered a wound healer, and it helps with broken capillaries. That's one of the things I've been using to heal my broken capillary. When I'm using my oil, it gets a little bit lighter, and then when I stop, it doesn't happen again, but it's slowly fading when I stop using my oil. Acne, skin congestion, discoloration, eczema, dermatitis, aging, and oil accumulation. And that's one other thing I want to add before I go through the rest of the ingredients. Some people can handle a lot of these really harsh chemicals, but for those of us with skin that can't, or skin conditions, a lot of these more natural healants they're just less harsh. Jojoba. This is coming from the beans of a shrub-like plant, and it's actually a liquid plant wax. It's bright and golden, and it's mild, but it's very molecularly stable, which is why it's a great carrier oil. And it has absorption properly, similar to our skin's own oils. So it tends to actually have more of an impact and be a better delivery vehicle for the essential oils. Lavender oil is known for skin healing. It's also calming. It heals acne, scarring, and eczema. Neroli. So neroli is also known as orange blossom. And it, again, has calming effects on the skin, very healing and anti-aging. Patchouli, that's what is often used in incense. So the smell can very often be hauntingly familiar to those of us who've smelled incense a lot. But it helps acne, cracked and chapped skin, dermatitis, eczema, and wrinkles. And it also reduces pore size while kind of controlling excess oil in the skin. So it helps dry and overly oily skin. Adding these natural oils are basically oftentimes helping your skin itself regulate the right amount of oil to have in your skin. Pomegranate seed oil has a high content of linoleic acid, or conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, punic acid, and essential fatty acids, and omega-3. So this basically creates an oil that's great for healing scar tissue, soothing acne and irritated skin. It's very emollient, moisturizing, nutritious, softening, and revitalizing for all skin types. It's kind of a wonder oil. Rose hips contains more than 40% linoleic acid, vitamin A, and it helps counter the negative effects of aging, stress, and exposure to sun and dry air, which living in Southern California is like amazing for me. It also helps treat burns, ulcerations, dry skin, and brown spots. Rosemary is a powerful antioxidant, so that's going to help any kind of congestion on your skin, and it does fight acne. It's also good for eczema, dermatitis, and puffiness of the skin. Sandalwood, I love the sandalwood, but the sandalwood actually that we're putting in the oil right now is actually from India. A lot of the ones right now are not. They are not considered authentic sandalwood. It's a slightly different tree, but as long as we can get it, and it's not easy to get and it's expensive, as long as we can get it, it's the genuine one's going to go in here. But what it basically does, it heals acne along with dried and cracked skin, again, both ends of the spectrum, and it adds intense hydration. It also actually adds a great smell. Sea buckthorn is the last one, and then this video will be basically done. But this is an oil, sea buckthorn, that's used to treat damaged skin, and it contains essential fatty acids, carotenoids, tocopherols, and I can't pronounce the last one, phytosterols. But what that means in English is that as we age and our skin starts to show that damage, or as we've had acne and we have that damage too, this oil is actually going to help heal it. So anyway, that's what's in this particular oil. It's on the Essential Beauty website, and I might eventually tweak it. Like I said, I'm playing around with parsley oils. We'll have 2 more oils. One that's going to be a rose-based one with carrot and pomegranate and a few other things, and then one that's going to really just be specific for oily skin. But for me, they've just had such a healing, hydrating, glow effect on my skin. I just really wanted to kind of design the perfect oils to kind of give that to other people. So anyway, if you have thoughts, comments, suggestions, I'd love to hear it. And there's going to be some crossover in ingredients between the different oils. So also, if people want to get back to me, I would love to hear, like I've heard lavender can irritate some people's skin, so lavender's only in this one. But if there are certain oils that have worked really well for you, or that have worked really poorly for you, I would really love to hear that as well. And please subscribe on YouTube because that does help me a lot. Thanks.